Okay, we are going to set the Modiwell automatic sealing toilet up for the first time. Let's see, they call it the Loo Seal. And so...
Loo Seal.
There you go.
So we could name her.
So the basic process, we take that off for the first time, and we snap this off. And we're going to need this little thing right here, so I'll set that there. And you can see that these are vacuum sealed, so hit pause. And so we open this up. See that now we have that. And that wraps around there. And I believe that we want arrows pointing up. Yeah, so the arrows point up. So we set that on there like so, and then supposedly these arrows straps just come right off like it's no big deal. Not really what I'm experiencing. Okay, so you pull them from the outside and then they come off.
Well, that makes it look like it's no big deal.
Yeah, but you know what you're doing.
Does it matter where the straps are?
Nope.
Okay.
Then you grab the outside of this. I want to bunch up.
There's some overlap in the inside of the other one. It's not going to pull that in, is there? And that one? Does that need to? I don't know how firm. Okay.
Okay. So then we push that down through there. And we take this thing, and somewhere in here, I guess it's right there. Okay, that's kind of weird. I guess that's what it's supposed to do, though. So that's kind of it. And now, just for grins, I'm going to put some marks on here, just a little bit below the edge, just so we can kind of see how far down in that goes. We turn it on the back, so we can see that this is doing this. So it says that the battery's 100%. And so then, after we do this the first time, it says that it's going to say 100%, and then we press and hold the start button for 2 seconds.
Do you have to replace the toilet seat or anything?
Don't know, we'll find out.
No. Directions.
1001. Okay. It's straight down on here so you can see it closing in. So there it's closing in. This is showing 94 on the front right now. Okay, 93, 92 on the front, 91. And so it's now doing the heat sealing, and it's going to count down to 0 basically. And if we look underneath it, you can see that it's got about that much. But whenever this gets to 0, I'm assuming it'll go ahead and kick it off. So the top up here, we can go ahead and set that.
So can we see any of our Sharpie markers through there or anything?
No, they're
Okay,
far
so
enough
they're
down in
all
there.
down. Okay, good.
You know, I think I I should have put, uh-oh.
That goes on under?
Yeah, this is supposed to go under. So let me think here. We should be able
To take everything
to
off.
put this through and wrap it around. Put 55 seconds. Okay, when you do this, don't do what I've done.
Do you need me to hold it?
No, it'll be okay. Okay,
Well, it's good to know that it's doable if you forget that stuff.
well, let's hope it is. We'll find out on how it looks. Okay, so that's on there. So now, I have to try to get all that back up and around in there. "24 seconds. It should drop something out the bottom.
Oh, that's what it's doing? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so it's... Okay, so we've got an empty
Okay.
bag.
And you can see that that's essentially what we have. And boy, that is well sealed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. No, I can't make a good seal on it. But that's the process on that. And I'll finish putting all this stuff back on.
So that's the process every time you start a new
Yep, when you start a new bag.
section. Yeah.
Okay,
And I guess you could use that as a little trash bag. If you
so in theory, I just returned it to where it's ready to go. So now, I'm gonna put another mark on here, just somewhere up near the top. And now for the real test. I have here exactly 2 cups of water. They tell you to, I guess we might as well do it the right way. They tell you to take one of these little coagulant bags and put it in there.
Does it show the maximum amount of fluid it will...
Nope, that's why we're testing 2 cups to see what it does. It might not even hold it. I don't know, we're gonna find out. So there you can see that it's just the powder.
So maybe slowly. To simulate the speed of normal release.
Okay, so there's actually nothing holding it up. So it
Okay, so yeah, there's liquid
actually
there.
pulled way down in there.
Yeah.
So if you look at what we have now
So
with this, you see it actually pulled
pulled it
this
down a
down
little
in
bit,
some
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So now if we hit
Put the
start,
seat on or no?
I mean I can. I shouldn't need to. But
Yeah.
it
Well, I
worked,
mean, just
worked fine before, but
Yeah.
not a bad idea to,
well, this
to do
makes
that
it
just
look
for
like
testing.
yeah.
Okay, and then we hit start. Okay, and now you can see it pulling down. So there's the lines. So it pulls all the way down. And now I'm closing it up.
So what we don't know is whether it's solidified. That's a different test.
Yeah.
I guess we can wait and see what it does.
Boy, would you look at that.
Now we're to 90. So the countdown has begun.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool.
That's kind of
That
neat,
is so
actually.
hands off, clean.
And honestly, knowing that it has that opening in there, that means that if you put things in there that are heavy, not to get too graphic, it's going to go ahead and pull that down, so you don't have to worry about stuff getting caught up here.
Yeah, that's
So-
kind of nice.
Yeah, that's pretty slick actually. So
So I try to go number 2 first and then wash it down.
so anyway, you can see that it pulls back a long way from the front here because it pushes back in to do the heating.
So is the slack, I guess I'm wondering if it actually pulls down evenly from every side or if it tugs
I don't know,
more
you can
on-
see it looks like we've got some some stuff that's kind of pulling over the edge here.
Well, when you cut it
So-
off, we could see where our marker lines are.
Yeah. So this first bunch of this stuff might be a little bit messed up because I didn't put it on there the right way like I was supposed to. But you can see the basic idea there. And I'm going to take this off and put this little thing back in here so that it's there for storage. And then we can set that back on.
So that just sits there. It doesn't pop in or
No,
anything.
it doesn't seem to.
Okay.
Yeah. And then these little things right here, you can see this is how it does the slow close on the lid, which makes that kind of nice.
Oh, that's the perfect speed of closing, actually.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty slick. And so we're down to 26 seconds left on sealing that.
And
And you know, I'm okay. Oh, wow.
it does feel
Yeah.
gelatinous a
Yeah,
little
it
bit.
does. Yeah, it
Yeah.
absolutely does.
We might have to do a separate test to see how much liquid that can handle.
Well, you know, it's going to handle an infinite amount until it fills up because it's going to drain down to the floor. So it's at 13, and that's when it actually started doing its thing, which is kind of interesting. And so now at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then it kind of opens that back up again. So you're good to go.
And it should have.
And then if we look down here, that's what you got. And
Can you see our marker lines anywhere?
that
So where they're right at the seal.
Yeah,
is
they're
the
right at the
marker
top.
lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's very acceptable.
Yeah, definitely. That
And-
means that it
and
does.
It is Jello.
Yeah. It kind of feels like that freezer pack material when it's
Yeah. Yeah.
soft.
So there you
stuff
go.
in the
That's
bag.
the first run through. and
That's
it's-
cool. I like that there's not a lot of waste because we're the waste of the refill bag because they
Yeah.
cut it right at that.
Well, and you know,
marker line.
if you were doing a poo, you're going to have some toilet paper and things like that, and that'll get caught up
Yeah.
in here. And so I think
But it doesn't do more than what's in the toilet.
No.
Which is nice.
No. So as long as you keep things contained from here down, I think that it's going to do a dandy job. So there you go. And, you know, I do that, and there's no water that drains down. I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely a translucent bag though.
that gelatinous stuff, guys, that gelatinous stuff, you know, it's you can see it falling down in chunks almost.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's the first run through on the Modiwell, or Modiwell, or however you say it. And I think it's going to work out pretty well.
And that flashing
So-
red light just means that it's on.
I guess so. And they say to turn it off if you're not using it, just because it does use some battery when you have it turned on. And you can see that I had charged it up, and then we can just turn it off right there. And all the lights have gone off. I think that this manual button that's on here, I think that if you press the manual button, it just literally just runs the stuff down. And so you could run it down farther if you needed to by just hitting the manual button. That's
And
my
do you
understanding.
you press and hold that?
I think that as you hold it, it just runs down. And so it'll just run and run and run as long as you hold the manual down.
Okay, so
is-
you
is
press
my
and hold it to
understanding.
the level that you need.
I
Okay.
think so. We obviously haven't messed with it.
Okay.
But anyway, there you go. That's the first run through on the Modiwell. If you like this, like and subscribe, and look at the future videos that we have coming up.